Good afternoon, Joe and Tony. This is Haas. I'm going to go through a quick process that I've kind of picked up on over the evening last night and this afternoon. Let's see. I'm in Adobe InDesign right now, and I'm not sure if Adobe Illustrator can do this, but I'll check it out here in a little bit. One of the issues that we're having currently isn't really the generation of the barcodes. We could do that automatically, or we can do that with a software program. I picked up a cheap one yesterday called iBarcode Generator, and it was only about $10, not that much. But the issue we're having is getting the barcode images to place 144 times onto one sheet. Now, I found InDesign has a built-in data merge, which will allow you to place one image per page, but it won't allow you to place 144 images per page, if that makes sense. The data merge that's automatically built into InDesign functions more like Microsoft Word. It's able to generate a bunch of documents that are generated based upon the Excel spreadsheet that you would import. So to kind of work around this problem, what we would do is create a master page with a grid, with several grids. We'd have to do a quick grid for each one of these areas, so just 8 of them. And we would create this as a master page, which means we can make 50,000 of these pages, each with their individual grids on it. Now, the only problem with the InDesign as opposed to Illustrator is we've already got this table set up perfectly in Illustrator, and we're going to have to import this table into InDesign, which means it'll have to be shuffled around to make sure that it's set up correctly. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the meat of this. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and select my rectangle frame tool and show you a couple tricks I just picked up. I create one frame here, and this one frame, I will go ahead and use the make grid Apple script over here that comes preloaded with InDesign as well. And when I select that, it'll ask me how do I want this grid presented. So I'll go ahead and do 2 rows, 9 columns, because that's what we have going on for this for each rectangle. I'm not going to worry about the gutter right now since this is for demonstration purposes, and we'll go ahead and make sure this is ticked off for delete original object, because we want the original one to go away after InDesign creates 19 of these or 18 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and as you can see, InDesign quickly will create you a grid. Alright, so after I've created this grid, we have to get the barcode images to show up in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to File. Oh, there was one thing I did before I started recording this. I went over to Object and then Fitting, and we would want to click Fit Content Proportionally, and we can do that in the Frame Fitting options, where we want Auto Fit selected, Fit Content Proportionally, and let's just go ahead and hit OK. So that's set up for us now, and we're going to go ahead and go to File and Place, and I have a few preloaded barcodes from when I was testing out the software last night, and we're going to go ahead and select 18 of these. So after I've got my 18 selected, I hit Open, and as you can see, the clock spun for a little bit, and now I've got where you see my cursor, you'll see a barcode with the number 18 in parentheses, so it means I've got 18 preloaded. We can preload hundreds of these on here at a time if we wanted to. So after I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and start clicking in these text boxes, and as you can see, the barcodes will fit into the text boxes, or the image boxes rather, I'm sorry, proportionally. And I can go through and I just have to click in each of these once, and click in each of these once, and it'll proportionally fit the barcode into each block. So that's like the fastest way I can do it. And as you can see, it only took me a couple of seconds to get all of these barcodes in the first set. So it could essentially knock us down to about um, like 3 minutes a table at the most, which is drastically cut down. But we would just have to make sure that our parameters and everything set up properly in the beginning. And doing 50,000 discs at that point wouldn't be that much of an issue. It's not like we'd have to line up every table. Each table would be lined up already, and we would just replicate that and then fill the boxes on each page. After that, we would output to a PDF. So let me show you how to do that. Just go to File, where is it? Export, and we'll export it as a PDF, and I'll just leave it as untitled, and we'll save it in Documents. Let's see, we'll make sure there's no downsampling so we get the best image possible, and then just export. And let's go ahead and show you what that'll look like. And this should, if I'm right, it should work out pretty fine. So let's go ahead and open that up. Here's our PDF. And as you can see, you've got a nice crisp clear image, even though it didn't look that way originally in Adobe InDesign. So pre-setup would take a few hours, loading up tables would take minutes, and then we just have to do it for 50,000 discs at that point, depending on the requirements of the client. So let me know if this works, or if you have any questions. I'm sure there's a better way of doing this, but this is the fastest way I could find at the least expensive method. All right, thank you very much, guys. Have a great day.